Hi, welcome to another week of STI Analysis. We are looking at STI daily chart. This week STI has put in a staggering performance which see STI closing above the 2900 for the first time since 6 months, almost 6 months. And what we are seeing here is that a very good growing of volume here, and on this up move here, this is a pretty strong up move that STI has put in. So I have put in a axis line. This is the axis line which I drawn from the low of this point at the March 2011, and we have seen STI failing the point here twice and the 3 times, and now it has finally coming back to test the level for the 4th time. And let's look at a closer look on the current few weeks of our movement. This is the movement, and I put in a trend channel which have really broken, and what we are seeing here is that the strike is now steepened, and what we are seeing, and I also put in a new trend channel here, and what we are seeing here is that we are also approaching the overbought, actually at the overbought position of this trend channel, and we are also coming into a confluence of the resistance here. What I am expecting here is that we might be seeing some reaction, basically because we have seen a 5 days of rally without having any slight reaction. So I'm expecting some reaction to come next week, perhaps in the early week, towards some levels at the 2850, or even coming back towards the 2800 for a test. And we will want to see how the down move is being formed. So on the daily chart, it has been showing a very strong performance, and the expectation of that reaction may not be a violent one, which I believe that, because we have seen strength in the background to hold this rally back up above the 2900. And on the Friday bar, we have a very good close on the high, but the problem with the Friday bar is that we have a low volume and the spread is narrowing. We are not seeing a close above the previous bar's high, although it closed on the high, which signifies some demand has been holding there. But of the low volume, it might just signify that there might not be big buyers coming into the market to hold at that level. So we would probably be seeing some reaction in the early week, probably in the Monday or Tuesday, or probably up to Wednesday, to see a reaction back towards some key levels of the 2850 or the 2800 level for a test. So that is my expectation, and we will want to watch how that reaction is formed. We will hope to see lesser volume coming down on the downside, and then we have a rally on the higher volume with increased volume to the upside. So that will signify that STI will want to prepare for another move to move above the 2900, perhaps probably to go to the 3000 level for a test. I will want to share another chart, which is the weekly chart. This is the weekly chart, and this is the axis line drawing from the weekly chart on this low, which we can see that the confluence of the high points are being met by the chart here, and now we have the first time closing above this axis line on the weekly chart. However, if you look at the up move here, this is a very strong up move, which all the bars are closing on the highs. These are all sign of strength that is present in the STI market. However, on the this week's bar, we have slightly shortening of the spread of this up bar, although we're closing on the highs, as I mentioned on the daily chart. But however, you look at the volume on the weekly chart, it has dropped quite tremendously, over about half of the previous week's volume, which is trying to move up to a level of resistance. Usually from Wyckoff, when we want to see price moving through a resistance, we want to see an increase in volume approaching a resistance level, or even going through the resistance level with an increase in volume. That will signify that the big buyers, or the interest in the stock or in that market, has been revived, and it might sustain the up move to above the resistance. If the price is approaching a level of resistance with reduced with a reduce in volume, so what we would want to expect is that there might be a reaction from the from a known resistance level, which is at this level here. So The weekly chart and the daily chart has sort of like confirming that there might be a reaction coming. The odds of it is quite high, so I am expecting some reaction to come. And on the daily chart, the key level will probably be 2800 for a test. So we will want to watch the two levels, 2800 and 2850 for next week, and I hope you trade well for this week. And also next week, just do not chase the market. Wait for patiently for the market to retrace, to tell you what is happening on the supply side, because now we are seeing demand is coming into the market, and we want to see how supply is going to handle the market now. So we want to see how supply is coming in. If supply is not coming in a strong way, then we know that the demand in the market is strong and might bring STI further up to the upside towards the 3000 level, perhaps beyond it. So that is a logical way of thinking about how to treat the market, rather than chasing when you see price is rising now. So I hope you will trade cautiously next week, and I will see you next week. Thanks.